Here, aka Surreal Canine. Got my things on. Oh, okay, he's actually already on the Twitch channel. Thanks, Annie. You actually do care! Also, this tie and these gloves are very hot, so I'm going to take them off. Just wanted to make a ridiculous first impression. Don't want to be hot the whole time I'm playing a video game. In case. Gotta bring PPSSPP into the foreground here. Grab my laptop because it's got something interesting on it. And let's get started. Disgaea 2, Dark Hero Days. This is the PSP remake of Disgaea 2 Cursed Memories, which was released in either 2005 or 2006 on the PS2. It was the last Disgaea game to be published for the PS2. And as such, things start getting better graphically starting in 3. Although not by much. Disgaea 4 was the one that introduced the high-def sprites. But Disgaea 2 is interesting for another reason. It has anime. Nippon Ichi Software presents. To my loyal peons, keep your distance from the screen and make sure to keep a light on. Well, get to work!邪魔者には毒リンドお約束の計りを裏切りなどもう悪徳じゃない黒い羽羽ばたかす不死鳥のロンド踊れ愚か者ども殺戮の農園に花びら舞い散らすほど稲の夜を飾る甘美な花園獲物誘って食わせる罪なバラAnd that actually means something terrible in Japanese because, you know, Disgaea. Theme song was, of course, written by demons, so I am not going to translate that for you, even though I have it right here on my laptop on animelyrics.com. That's animelyrics.com, if you want to look up the English translation of that. It sounds cool until you know what it means, and then it's just creepy. Anyway. Wait, why is my Wii U... It's like... got a thing on it. I just noticed that right now. It's... Mario Party 10. I don't care much for that. I don't have anybody to play Mario Party 10 with. I'm sad. Anyway, let's get started.
The Netherworld.
The Netherworld.
World filled with vicious monsters. The number of netherworlds has expanded with
Gasp.
the rise of demons, powerful enough to rule such worlds.
Dang it, Etna.
Overlords. Now, another world is about to fall prey to such darkness.
Are you gonna go through with this? You don't have to do this, you know. I can go and find Xenon myself.
Meet Adele, the only dude to remain human-looking entirely.
Oh, yes, we do. We've already searched for him, and we haven't even found a clue. Besides, we've already finished all the preparations to summon him. Fried dragon, berry oil, the surest sword, clown shoes, and a worm bone. It's all here.
Dang, that's some wacky ingredients. Overlord Xenon must have some incredibly strange taste. They're probably all things that were significant to his childhood.
Life energy to summon Xenon. I hope. You just concentrate on defeating Overlord Xenon when he's summoned, okay?
Hey there guys, how's it going? Get back in the pot.
Honey, this summon is gonna take more than just a little life. We're gonna die.
No, you're not. You'll be just fine. And two of you are going to join my party eventually. Whoops, spoilers.
Yeah, that's enough complaining. We need to sacrifice some life in order to summon Overlord Xenon. Besides, you're all demons. It's a year or two off your life. You probably spoil them anyway. What? Don't you want to be human again? Do you want all my hard work over the last 15 years to go to waste?
It took you 15 years to get all that? I could have collected those in like a month. With my level 4000 Zune.
Shut up, brat. Mommy still wants to be human again. You could be the sacrifice now.
Of course, if they were all legendary ranks, if they were all legendary rarity 0 ingredients, and you all had to item world them all in order to perfect them to like level 100, that might have taken 15 years. I don't know. Pain. Pain. Pain.
You call this good mothering? If you really need life energy, you can use mine, you know.
Adele knows where it's at.
Don't be absurd. You're the only human left in this world. Everyone else turned into monsters. We can't waste any of your precious life.
I don't like this at all. Using sacrifices is just plain wrong.
Adele knows where it's at.
Only fair fights are worth fighting. It's just my style.
You tell him, Adele.
Okay, you voiced your opinion. Now get ready for the summoning ritual.
Did you even hear me? Devil woman?
Oh. But I am a devil. Thanks to Xenon's curse, I have no conscience.
That's something you're proud of. Adele is an awesome character. His mother, not so much. At least she's pretty good at playing a flute.
By the spirits of darkness and light, in the name of Adele, I hereby summon Overlord Xenon to his side!
Uh-oh, her voice cut out. That's not a good sign. Boom. Adele's dad is just like bent over backwards.
Oh, what went wrong?
Her expression is just the thing. Overlord Xenon is a girl?! At least she has a pretty kick-ass theme. I'm saying that quietly because my mother might be in earshot and... language. It exists. What happened? Where am I?
It's a girl?
Well, she sure is cute for an overlord.
You've gotta be kidding. She's Overlord Xenon?
Overlord Xenon? Do you know my father?
Father? Wait, you're Xenon's...
That I am, for I am Rosalind, the one and only daughter of Overlord Xenon.
You can't be serious.
Wah, wah, wah. Episode 1, The Overlord's Daughter. So, Overlord Xenon has a daughter. You think we would have heard about something like that.
I can't wait to tell Bridget about this.
But how do we know if she really is Overlord Xenon's daughter?
Hey, you've got a point. Hey, Toots. Really
Toots.
the Overlord's daughter?
How dare you address me as Toots? Do you not know the proper way to speak to a princess?
And to question my lineage, even after witnessing my noble visage. You people are truly deprived.
Yeah, just answer the question.
Very well. My heart is as broad as the night sky. Now behold my undeniable proof.
It's a 4-leaf square. Surely you must recognize this emblem of the 4-leaf clover.
That four-leaf clover is...
The symbol of Overlord Xenon?
Indeed, you are not as ignorant as your garb and demeanor suggest.
This emblem is the ultimate proof of my heritage, is the bond between our souls as father and daughter.
The four-leaf clover is the mark of Xenon. The three-leaf clover is the mark of Xenon's curse that we all bear.
Unlike ours, it is said that only those close to Xenon himself bear the mark of the 4-leaf clover.
It looks like she really is his daughter.
See, Adele, this is great! We can use her as a hostage!
Are you nuts? This isn't good at all.
Me? A hostage? Don't be absurd. I simply am not hostage material.
But we performed the ritual. In the name of Adele, I summon Xenon. Those are the terms.
Until Adele meets Overlord Xenon, your Highness is bound by the ritual to stay by Adele's side.
You can't disregard these conditions, can you?
Contract law sure is a thing. Stupid summoning rituals. Rosalind joined the party!
To the summoning ritual. However unpleasant, there is nothing I can do.
Whoa, wait! You're kidding, right? You don't really expect me to go out looking for Xenon with her, do you?
What's the problem? Be a man. You can't give up now. What about all that fair fight nonsense?
You should talk to people and monsters to get some information before you leave. Talk to the Dimension Guide whenever you want to leave town. I don't know how she does it, but she can take you anywhere you want to go. There are lots of dangerous monsters out there. I didn't want you two to get lonely, so I hired some people to go with you. Fighters are skilled at close combat. They have well-balanced offense and defense. They'll be your main attackers early on. Red Skulls are boy magicians. Red means they use fire-type magic. Long-range magic attacks work really well. Healers are important for rejuvenation. They aren't skilled in close combat, so do a bow and do long-range attacks. Also, I misspelled rejuvenation. Oh, always save before going on an adventure. Press the triangle button and select save to log of your progress. Yeah, I know. I'll be fine. You worry too much, Dad. Save the game and reset to fix the voice acting. Also, you can kind of see the artifact of my failed run of this on Tuesday night. La 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 video games. Anyway, let's talk to Adele's dad some more. Hey Adele, what do you want? Clover is Overlord Xenon's symbol. This symbol is carved into various places that have been influenced by him. Not just buildings, even our bodies were marked by Xenon's curse. Oh? Where's the symbol on your body? I can't say in front of a lady. Snooping as usual, I see! 15 years of searching and we still can't find him. Where is Overlord Xenon? Father will not readily show himself in front of altered humans like you. Ha! I wonder. Maybe he's just scared. Why is only Adele still human? Is this because he's the main character? Is that why? I don't think so. I want to go with you too! Take me! Yeah, one day. When you're bigger and stronger, I'll take you too. Boo, you always say that. I'm already strong and all grown up. I've been living it up ever since Xenon's curse stole my conscience. I'm not completely satisfied with this, but it's not bad living this freely. There are those who welcome my father's doing. See? He's not free with his own will. That isn't true freedom. Adele, why aren't you looking at me? Oh, well, I mean, you look... It's okay. I'm a guy. Replica Sphere, get! Disgaea 2 has treasure chests. They contain random items, sometimes money and experience. Really neat stuff. Also, I was sure there was something over here. Maybe I was... Was I wrong? That can't be right. Gotta be something over here I'm missing. Hey there, guy. Hey, listen. I looked up a girl's skirt the other day. Isn't that the best kind of evil? I'm gonna be a great dark hero someday. Great. Just stay away from me. The kitty! Adele, why don't you become a demon? Let's all be demons together. No way. I'm not gonna be a demon. Now don't say that. Live a little. You might like it. Mario! Once you're a demon, it's not that bad. Ditching work won't even get you in trouble. You used to be a hard worker. This is all Xenon's curse's fault. This mysterious button. Let's push it. There are 5 of these in the village. Demon Society is a contract society. Everything from using magic to summoning members is all based on a contract. Thanks to them, my freedom was stolen. Contracts are such a nuisance. Rosalind has a little bit of sense there. Whoops. Contracts are kind of a thing. Where's Overlord Xenon, dude? If you're out there, come on out, dude! I love his title there. Weird Prinny. It's kind of right on target, isn't it? Nice to meet you, sir. I'm a reporter from the Makai Times. No one can beat me when it comes to information collecting. My boss told me to keep tabs on you 24/7. I'll watch your activities and keep track of them. If you want to see your records, just come to me and ask. I'll show them to you every time. But the only files I can show you are Collection Record, Dark Record, and Collection Book. Firstly, from the Collection Record, you can see information on items that you've gained. Once you've gained an item, it will be added to the record forever. It'll never be removed from the list. How convenient. Secondly, Dark Record is a record of all your activities in the Netherworld. Use it to reference your total mastery. Lastly, Collection Book lists info about characters you're able to make through character creation. There are some secret anecdotes about them. It's definitely worth reading. They're just records, but if you aim for the title Netherworld's Strongest, please make use of these. Don't care too much about that. This is the music shop. We can't buy music here. That's pretty crazy. If you want to purchase a new song, look for me in a small room in the item world. The item world got some huge stuff added to it since Disgaea 1. Also, there's another mysterious button here. Button number 2, press. What's this? This is a dimension gate. Dimension gate? It's a warp device that lets you travel through places throughout the world in an instant. Oh, that's a convenient thing. You can go anywhere as long as you know the place, even the Overlord's castle. So why don't you guide me to Overlord Xenon already? Maybe I don't feel like it right now. Ooh, shots fired. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh yeah, let's zoom out. I'm more comfortable with this zoomed out view since things are kind of crazy here in Holt Village. Is there something up? No, there's nothing up here. There's really supposed to be 3 buttons. I don't know where the other 3 are. Or 5 buttons. I don't know where the other 3 are. Oh, here's one. Also, there's a very hard to get to chest over there. It's kind of a thing. Here's one. And I don't remember where the last one is exactly. Somewhere. I know that much. Is it here? No. I know it's... Oop, here it is. An eerie shadow lurks upon Holt Village. Meet Friday Mark II, the Dark Dimension Guide. You don't have a lot to say, apparently. Yeah, you just don't have a lot to say. But hey, at least we got you to appear. Post office. This has nothing to do with us right now. Dark Assembly, not open yet. Shops, divided into 3. Weapons, armor, items. Also, the item world is right here. This is the hospital. We've got Gunther, Faust, and Aria. Not too bad names. I like Gunther. He's a pretty cool dude in Valkyria. Deals more damage to stronger enemies. Powers up male units. Here we have the introduction of abilities. These are innate abilities unique to every story character and unit class. You can't change them, except in the case of one character in particular, so get used to them. That'll be a good part of your strategy. Also, you can see Adele is a lot more specialized than Lahara was. He has very high attack and speed aptitudes, so you want to keep him in fists. Like, fists are what he is good at. They are the thing. Rosalind, you don't want to use anything but guns with her. She has 120% in hit, and I suppose she might make a good healer, depending on her res growth. Maybe. But you'd probably be better off boosting her move. Every character's move is really low in this game for some reason. Except for one character in particular that I'm not going to spoil just yet. If you played this game, you know who it is. Fighters. High HP and defense aptitudes. Pretty good attack aptitude. Their weapon masteries aren't all that great, though. Mages are pretty good in stabs, obviously. They have 100%, 10% int. And healers have 110% res. Healing moves use res in this game. Also, they're pretty terrible at everything, weapons-wise. So yeah, that's our guys. Now... Oh. Okay, that was a thing that happened. Let's go over some of the things that are different from Disgaea ones, shall we? Fist weapons are best for characters that are good at close combat, like Adele. For normal attacks, there's a slightly better chance to team attack, and there's 2 extra counter attacks. Another characteristic of the fist weapon is that damage depends on attack power and speed. This means even weak people can cover up for their attack power with speed. That's an important merit. And if you increase attack power if your speed is low, you won't do as much damage, so watch out for that. As before, fist weapon skills can move the opponent. Swords work as normal. Spears increase defense a little bit, I think. Axes have high attack power, but low hit. Also, axe attacks can lower the opponent's defense sometimes. Axes also have a high critical hit rate, apparently. Axes almost always hit just the unit in front of your the user. And yes, the decrease in defense is relative. Bow weapons work on attack and hit like before. But unlike in Disgaea 2, in Disgaea 1 for the PS2, it has a range of 4, so it's kind of like it was on the PSP. If an enemy is killed with the bow, sometimes it'll drop a treasure chest. Gun is the longest range weapon. It shoots in just a cardinal direction, north, south, east, west. Can't shoot in an angle. But it has a range of 5, so it's pretty handy. Guns use primarily hit to determine their attack power, and sometimes they lower the enemy's speed. Right, the gun can only attack in a straight line. Stabs are about the same as before. Alright. Monster-exclusive weapons come in 2 types now, red and gray. Red monster weapons prioritize attack and hit. Gray monster weapons prioritize attack and int. So if you want a magic-using monster, the gray weapons are the ones to go with.
So, this is what the outside world is like.
The outside world? What the hell are you talking about? Where are you from?
My mansion, of course. It is located somewhere in the land of Veldine.
What? You don't know where it is?
Well, that summon of yours is quite jarring. And truth be told, I have never been outside the mansion before.
This is going to become a great relationship one day.
What? Are you serious? What kind of life can you live without ever going outside?
I shall grant your request and tell you all about the superior lifestyle of a noble. The standard recital takes 2 whole days.
Oh boy.
Get that?
2 days later. Cooperate? Let me make this perfectly clear. I will not abide being taken hostage.
Look, that's fine. I wasn't gonna do that anyway.
Then what are you going to do?
I'm gonna take you back to Xenon. Back to your father.
What? Why would you do such a thing? Are we not enemies, you and I? Do you expect me to believe you?
Look, Princess, I only have one goal in mind. To defeat Overlord Xenon. After that, I won't need you anymore.
I do need you to guide me there.
What did you just say? You are going to defeat my father?
Yeah? Why? What's wrong with that?
Are you insane? You are but a mere human simpleton who does not know his place.
My father has slaughtered 1,000 overlords. He is known as the god of all overlords. How are you going to defeat him?
Go ahead and laugh, but I will be the one to defeat Xenon.
Well, you sure are confident. Ah, I see. You were planning to use me as a hostage to threaten my father.
I already told you, I'm not gonna take you hostage, especially since you're a girl.
Then what was the point of summoning me if you will not take me hostage? I have better ways to waste my time.
We were trying to summon Xenon, but...
No, there's no excuse for it. I apologize for summoning you. I'm sorry. Girls are scary. To admit one's own mistakes. You are truly honest, especially for an enemy.
Okay, look. I will keep my promise. I will return you to your father. I pledge my honor on that.
I still do not trust you. If you are truly honorable, why not simply release me?
If it was that simple, I would have done so already. But breaking the terms of a summon requires the sacrifice of a life. My life.
Your life.
Very well. You do appear truthful. I shall escort you to my father's mansion.
Summoning experiments is DLC stuff. All the characters are extremely overleveled. I am not going to bother with this right now. Let's go to Town Fields. Even this place is getting overrun with monsters.
Is Xenon's curse getting stronger? I better hurry before everyone loses their memories and turns into real monsters.
Ha, you fool. Take you to my father? Do you think I would blindly obey you?
All enemies shall meet with death. These lowly monsters shall feast on you.
Then I shall finally be free of these odious circumstances. Ha 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 ha. Rosalind, you're pitch black and covered in soot!
Ouch! Critical hit.
What are you doing, you dolts? I am the daughter of Overlord Xenon! Such a violent act shall not be forgiven! And you're just dancing the night away. Go, Prinny, go! What did you just say? Are you confessing to be lackeys of some charlatan plotting to kill my father?
You got it, dude. We're lucky we found you out here, dude.
Hey, what happens now?
Obviously, we kick their ass.
You tell him, Adele. Ah, yes, excellent plan. However, there is a slight problem.
Kind of problem.
I do not know how to fight.
You're joking, right?
I do not joke with peasants. Fighting tutorial. Sure, why not? Alright, so it's basically the same as in Disgaea 1. It's not really a whole lot that's different, actually. With one minor detail that I'm going to go over pretty briefly. Yeah, circle button cancels the move. Adele is great at hand-to-hand combat. You attack, then you hit triangle, and you select execute. Because when you assign commands, if you assign multiple commands to multiple characters, you can get a bit of collaboration going on. Adjacent characters doing a melee attack to an enemy will sometimes set off a team combo. The same character getting attacked by multiple people in a row sets off a combo. The penguin-looking thing. I guess Adele doesn't know what a prinny is. So yeah, this setup where Adele and Rosalind are attacking the enemy together, it's impossible. They have a flat 0% chance to team attack together, and there's nothing you can do about that at this point in the game. So yeah, the tutorial is lying to us. Also, Rosalind's eyes flash there to hide the loading time of loading her gun animation. You're going to see that a lot. It doesn't happen in the PS2 version because the PS2 is better at loading stuff. But yeah, the flashing eyes and the twirling weapons, they all happen in this game. Uh-oh. Shots fired, Adele. Yeah, there are multiple different team attack animations here. It's pretty cool. Pain. You did that on purpose, didn't you? You can revive your characters by going to the hospital and paying them money. But yeah, you can only deploy 10 units in any given battle at one time. If one of them dies, that number goes down. And if you run out of units, or if everybody dies, then it's game over. Sounds pretty unfair. Adele knows where it's at. This is probably just going to be a normal run of Disgaea 2 the way I would normally play it. Except with maybe more grinding to ease things up a little bit. Between episodes, of course. Whoops, cursor mode B. Raise the voice volume. That sounds about right. See, flat 0% chance of team attack. Again, this is only between Adele and Rosalind, because they kind of hate each other. So, just be sure to team up Rosalind with somebody else, preferably your healer, since she comes equipped with a bow. Of course, that's not really an option for me at this point in the game.
Look at me!
Also, another difference from Disgaea 1 is that if you can't pull off an attack because your target is already dead, your action is cancelled, so you can cancel and reassign your dude to do something else. It's kind of like how later Final Fantasy games were over, for example, FF1. Yeah, you can see the staff twirling thing here. Also, artwork after each battle, it's pretty cute. Adele, you're back! The shops are open now. The shops? You don't know about shops? That's ridiculous! Again, weapon, armor, and item shops. They all sell different things. But like in Disgaea 1, you need to authorize shoes, belts, and glasses in the Dark Assembly before you can buy them from the armor store. Now then, we got a replica spear. Yeah, you can see the defense goes up a little bit. I'm going to be keeping the characters with their original weapon categories for now. Because, unlike in Disgaea 1, where unit unlocks were determined by other units' levels, in this game, they're all unlocked by weapon masteries, with a few exceptions. Go on to town fields after I go to the bathroom really quick. is on fire for some reason. That's not a good sign. Hey everyone, I'm back. Alright. The rest of this is all just like in Disgaea 1. Oh yeah, overhead views. They're kind of a thing.
Forgive me!
Oh, I guess Adele learned his first fist technique. Yep, triple strike. It works the same as in Disgaea 1. Not a big deal. By the way, in this game, healers get experience just for healing. It's pretty nice. Also, yeah, the animations for special attacks are a lot more dynamic than they were in Disgaea 1. I really like it. Alright, let's heal. Yeah. I'm gonna set system effects to fast for now and not be too affected by nonsense. Geopanels. Those work the same too. Like, exactly the same. Again, with one minor exception, which we'll be getting to later. It's kind of a shock, and I don't want to spoil it. Let's line up all our dudes. As you can see, the Prinnies can team attack us too. That's not the difference I was getting into. They could always do that. You can see here, Res. It's a thing. Rosalind, you can move because you don't get a team attack with Adele. Nice, the healer got him. Anyway, in case this is your first experience with Disgaea, which it shouldn't be if you've been watching my previous Let's Plays, but geo symbols here apply effects to any geo panels they're sitting on. The colored panels forms like geo zones, and a symbol sitting on a panel applies an effect to that entire zone. even if there was a blue panel like over here, for example, because of this geo panel sitting here, there would be an enemy boost plus 50% effect here. You can move, destroy, or just... yeah, you can move or destroy geo panels to get rid of the effects. Or you can just work around them.
Pretty, dude.
Some effects, like the experience plus 50% here, are very much advantageous to your character. Others are neutral, and some are really, really bad. We'll be getting into the really bad ones towards the post-game. Huh. A friend of ours is here. Not really specifically a friend of mine, more a friend of my mom's, but they've known each other for a while. Ever since my little sister was in 4th grade, I think, they've known each other. Alright, now we're going to show off geochains. Geochains are what happen when you destroy a geopanel that's sitting on a different colored space. For example, this red panel, or this red symbol sitting on the yellow symbol sitting on the red space is what I'm trying to say. Probably isn't going to go anywhere because mages and healers have kind of low throwing ranges, but it was enough. There. Now there's nothing on the blue panels and kind of crazy stuff on the red panels, but the printy can't reach us from the red panels, so it's all good. Now, in order to set up a geochain as shows, you need 3 things. 1, the panels all have to be on the same color space. 2, the panels should be on the color space that isn't represented by the geo symbols. So, for example, there's no red geo symbol, so we want to put all the symbols on the red panels. 3rd, the geo symbol you break first has to be the farthest one away from the null panel to get the full effect of the geochain. Observe! When you break a geo symbol that's on a different color panel, the panels change to the color of the geo symbol. The panels explode and do damage to any units standing on them, with one exception. And if the explosion hits a geo symbol, it instantly destroys that geo symbol and sets off a chain reaction. The geochains can fill up your bonus gauge very rapidly and is in fact the most reliable way to fill up a bonus gauge. You'll be using this all the time in Item World and maybe even in the main map. Also, if you manage to completely destroy every last geo symbol on a map, then all the enemies will take damage and you'll get a full bonus gauge boost. That is a full +1. Otherwise, for every 100 geo panels you destroy in your chain, you'll get another +1. That's all there is to say about that.
Okay. So why are you so weak? I mean, you are Overlord Xenon's daughter, right?
Give her a break, Adele. She's never had to fight before. Or use a gun for that matter, I imagine. Silence! I am the daughter of the legendary Overlord Xenon.
But I have never had to fight before. Not even once.
I lived in a beautiful mansion with hundreds of servants and everything I ever wanted, so why would I ever need to learn to fight?
Fighting is for the
Oh boy.
our kingdom and subjects.
So you're the Overlord's precious spoiled daughter, how cliché. But you must be very important to him.
That's right, I am. My father cherishes me.
Is it not the same with humans? That's what I have read in my textbooks. Parental love? Family love?
Were my textbooks wrong?
No, they got it right. I'm fighting for my family, too. The Dark Assembly is ready! But we have nowhere near enough mana to do anything with it, so we're just going to ignore it. I plan on capturing a Prinny, but that's about it. I don't have much of a use for monster-type units, even though there's one in particular I might recommend. Possibly. Anyway, Beginner's Field. This is just a practice map. Got 3 level 1 orcs here, a null heal 20% symbol, and a pair of ghosts. The ghosts are the ones you really want to watch out for. Their tie-down attack is incredibly powerful. You want to avoid that, especially if you're level 1. Rosalind learned Tri-Burst. That's the same as in Disgaea 1 too. Only it has a wider range in that you can move up, you can attack up to 4 panels away instead of at exactly a range of 3. Fire is about the same as before. So is heal. Only heal, as I might have mentioned already, uses res instead of int for reasons. They probably wanted to nerf healers a little as compared to mages. So they separated the stats for healing and fighting with magic. Also, yeah, you can see how much that affected a character with as high a res as Aria has. Character like Gunther, you probably want to keep away from those guys. In fact, I'm just gonna rush right in and pwn their faces. The orcs are weak sauce, I wouldn't worry too much about them. Now then. Another thing I should mention about magic is that elemental affinities apply to your attack power as well as your defense. So a red skull with plus 50% in fire does 50% more damage with fire than, for example, a green skull with 0% in fire would. You want to make sure you're using elemental magic that applies to their affinities. And for non-elemental, non-magical attacks that happen to have elements, that your affinity does not matter. It's only with magic. How am I doing so far, Annie? Did you get all that? Ooh, broadsword get. That's great. Also, I want to put this brawny muscle on my red skull, thus making him the highest HP character I have, because reasons. Ooh, what did I get? Another brawny muscle, and a common orb. That's great. Since orbs increase both SP and res, you definitely want to have them on your healers. Let's see, I'll give my fighter a brawny muscle just because. The rest of these can all go in the place. Stealing hands. We are definitely going to want a thief on our team, but not yet. So I can just kind of put that away. Mint gum is obviously a healing item. Let's continue onward. Reflection Pond. Can't believe we spent almost an hour and we're just now doing 1-2. Or 1-1 even, really.
Hey, are you really trying to lead me to Zenon's mansion?
Absolutely. The path to an overlord is laden with suitable trials to overcome. It is a tradition.
If you do not face challenges along the way, you will not fully appreciate your goal.
Look, I'm not doing this for the satisfaction. I just want to fight the overlord.
Bumpkin, do you not appreciate beauty? Every course to an overlord begins with the beautiful art of leveling up.
Rosalind knows where it's at. Oh please, you don't even know how to fight. Am I supposed to believe you know all this random trivial knowledge? Of course! How can a noble better justify squandering time than with the pursuit of knowledge? Ah, being a demon and all, you must have a lot of time to squander. Pretty My Love. That is the name of this song, I think. We want to capture one of these Prinnies. To do that, you pick them up and throw them into your base panel. Since it's a level 1 Prinny, you don't really have to worry a whole lot, but you're definitely going to want to, Ooh, really? Dang, this might get ugly for my, dude. Also, yeah, I should mention this is the easiest to clear map in the early game. That's important for reasons we might figure out in the post-game. For now, it's not especially relevant. Also, Gunther might get his face pwned. Or Aria, or, maybe not Faust.
Ready, dude?
Okay, I didn't have much of a reason to worry.
Ready, dude? Ready, dude?
Pretty dude! Okay, let's have everyone fall back. Have Rosalind do a tri-burst. And stand over here. And have you fall back, and then have you wreck stuff with your Uber Punch of Uber. Alright, that was a thing. Now, Rosalind's ability is interesting. I believe it's a 20% stat boost, all stats except HP and SP obviously, to any male unit standing right next to her. So you're definitely gonna want to have a lot of dudes on the team if you plan on using Rosalind. Yeah, that happened. Also, cell phone get. Cell phones are a new addition to this game. Overlord Zenon, my master. I have just received urgent news from the princess's mansion. The princess has disappeared, and it has happened in front of many servants. What? Is this true? It appears someone has summoned her. Someone with decent summoning skill. But who? How do they even know about the princess? We do not know yet, but it's obviously someone who opposes you. Find the princess, immediately. You must not allow her to be contaminated by the outside world. Yes, sir. We will be sure to keep the princess a secret from anyone else. What shall you have us do with the guards at her mansion? Wipe them out. All of them. As you wish, my master. Intrigue! Item world is ready! Woo! That means I can get my grind on. Maybe. You might as well talk to her, I guess. Welcome to the Random Dungeon Item World! The Item World is one of the most dangerous places in the Netherworld. If an unskilled person enters, they may lose their life. Landscape, geopanels, and geosymbols will change every time, so your route may even be blocked at times. If you enter without taking an escape item, you have no guarantee of safe return. But I know it's hard for beginners, so I'll give you a Mr. Gensi exit as a gift. Mr. Gensi exit lets you save your progress in the item world and get the heck out. It's nice. Cell phone. This particular one summons the Prism Rangers. They can do a very large variety of different things. In any case. Wait, I wanted to do this. Heal my dudes. As you can see, I now have Make a Trainer in the Dark Assembly. You unlock that by capturing any monster. But I'm not really into printies, so... well, not as usable units anyway. I can't really say a whole lot for monster-type units, with one exception that we'll be getting into later. In any case. Psycho's Hideout. Mothman. This is a marginally useful character because they have ridiculously high move. Not as ridiculously high as a certain other character we'll be meeting in the story, though. Also, the name of his gear there is glowing green. That means it's a rare item with a rarity level below 32. This means it has higher stats and more innocent slots. What do those mean? I will be getting into that when we cover the item world. Punch. Punch. Let's have Gunther use this geopanel. Now, what to do with you two? I guess I'll show off diagonal lifting and throwing. That's how it works. Just make your panels shift in the middle of... just press the X button in the middle of the... while you're turning, and you should be able to throw diagonally. It was made a lot easier in Disgaea D2, but this isn't Disgaea D2. In any case, as you can see, monsters really like to go after treasure chests. It's very spiteful. They want to keep you from getting them, mostly. In any case, we've come to a bit of a roadblock here. But we can still have our dudes get up on this wall. Which is nice. Although he's still way out of range for some reason, so I'm just gonna have him defend. Alright, you have 50% resistance to fire, so this might be a terrible idea. Actually, yes, it is a terrible idea. I'm going to use somebody else. You have a 50% weakness to fire. That's great. As you can see, Rosalind can't hop up on the wall. Her jump is only 15. Adele has no problem, though. Adele works pretty well with most of the dudes around here. And it's just Rosalind he has a problem with. In any case.
Look at me!
Yeah, heal doesn't have a very good range if you're not equipped with a staff and it's not too high of a level. But I'm going to keep my healer equipped with a bow at least until the archer is unlocked by getting 3 bow mastery. I think it's 3 bow mastery. Huh. Lots of resistance here. By the way, yes, your guns and bows can shoot through other characters. Like so. They're just that good. This might be a good opportunity to have the, oh yeah, Poison Blast. Bow-type attacks can have kind of awkward special attack ranges. That is all there really is to say on the matter. Hey, it's Joshua! Welcome back, buddy. It's good to have you here. Be right back. Somebody's calling me. I will be right back. I got stuff going on. Okay. Sorry about that. That's gonna take a huge chunk of my time. Xenon's curse turned every human into a monster. He turned our beautiful world into some twisted netherworld. When humans turn into monsters, they start to lose their conscience and memories, eventually becoming real monsters. I grew up watching as my family slowly turned into monsters. Can you even imagine how painful that is? My family becomes something truly monstrous. I won't let that happen. I will defeat Xenon. I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family. You may talk all you want, but do you honestly believe that? You won't even take any hostages, correct? There's no doubt I'll defeat him. Yes, you declared that many times, but where does all your confidence come from? Tell me. Look at me. I'm the only one in Veldheim who hasn't turned into a monster. And I still have all my memories and morals. I'm the only human who hasn't been affected by Xenon's curse. That has to mean something. And that's it. That's it? Your faith in defeating Overlord Xenon is solely based on that? Why? Is there a problem with that? It is more than just a problem. Are you so stupid you do not see it? Do you not have a better reason, such as being from a heroic lineage or being level 100 million? Normal people usually have, real reasons to believe they can defeat their enemies. I don't care. Not having a good reason to fight is just an excuse for people who don't want to fight. Joshua, this is Disgaea 2 Dark Hero Days for the PSP. I suppose you may be correct, but what's really important is to never give up, to have an indomitable will. And if your legs are broken and your arms fall off, you have to fight to the end. 'Tis only a flesh wound. A speech on willpower in this day and age? I did not know people still believed in such silly notions. Perhaps it was your thick skull that prevented my father's curse from affecting you. To be summoned by such an odd peasant, I must be cursed with the worst of luck. This human is a complete fool. Such a cretin must not be allowed to disturb my father. I shall have to kill him myself. Be prepared. Dead Tree Field, let's go. It's Elvis! Maybe. We ventured out to the frontiers of Veldheim in search of a vicious hero who was spotted in the area. Wait, what's this? I can't believe it! Look out! It's an invisible laser! Yeah! Did you see that? Cut! Axel, darling! How many times do we have to go over this? This is for the traveling channel! We don't need action scenes for this travel show, so stop making up traps and enemies. But I'm the host. Axel, 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 no one expects anything from you anymore. There was a time when you were lighting up the stage as the Dark Hero, but that time is long gone. Huh? Who are they? That is him. That blonde man over there is Overlord Xenon. That is my father. What? Really? But he looks so young. Can that guy really be your father? Aha! Are you filled with terror now that he is standing before you? No, that's not it at all, but I can't just attack him from behind. I must fight him head on. Dal, you are such a thing. Can you defeat him that way? He is known as the god of all overlords. I won't lose. I have to save my family. This human, his family must be important to him. But if they are so important to him, he should stop fighting lost causes that will only get him killed. Nothing ever comes from dying. What a fool. Fighting is so sad. Hey, director, look! Well, hello there. I don't want your stupid autograph, I want your life! Huh? Wait, am I unscrewed? Meet Axel, the poor unlucky sap who happened to be the fake, phony Xenon Rosalind is sending us after. He is the Dark Hero. He takes less damage from humans, and he has his own stats, and he's pretty good with fists. No special techniques, really? Okay. Berry melon. Sure, whatever. Valkyries are the, lady fighters. They're female fighters. They're better with spears than with axes, I think. Yeah, better with spears than with axes. And male fighters are better with axes than with bows. Wait, what? Okay, well, whatever. Female warriors, bows, male warriors, axes. I guess that's a thing. Also, this song, Trance Number 4, it's called. It's really awesome. Ooh, that could be painful for Adele. Lots of HP lost. We'd better get Rhea in here to heal him up. Why didn't I have Rosalind attack? No. That's a thing. We probably don't want to expose Aria to these dudes, so back in the base panel you go. Let's bring Faust out. Faust, Fust, whatever his name is. Probably gonna change it. Let's triple strike! Sure is a thing. Sure is video game. Let's see, plus wonderful. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to do a whole lot. Pain. Poison Blast is a thing, at least. That could end up pretty painful. Okay, but it didn't. Ooh. By the way, Poison Blast is water elemental, so try to attack dudes that have low water affinity. It's just a good idea in general. Adele learned Tiger Charge. He doesn't have enough SP to use it yet. Also, I forgot to mention this. Spear users, when attacked from the front, will auto-defend. It's kind of an annoying feature. But yeah, if you're going to make a tank unit, equip him with a spear. Blade Rush. It's the same thing as in Disgaea 1. Not really a big deal. Alright, now let's confront Axel. Since he takes, like, I think it's half damage from humans, we're going to want to get him down into a place where he can, Oh wow, I'm out of SP. This doesn't bode well for Adele, not in the slightest.
Forgive me!
Yeah, sure is a thing. Alright, let's get Adele down here.
Forgive me!
Oh yeah! Ooh, ramen. That is a really good healing item at this point in the game. Why me? Looks like that poor sod wasn't a strong enough substitute for my father. Lotus Adelphi is tougher than I expected. He's just a human. He has the strength to defeat demons. He may be my enemy, but he fights well. Killing him will be much more satisfying. I did it! Oh yeah! The mighty Zenon goes down! Really, Adele? Hmm? Oh no! It appears I had not looked closely enough. That is not my father, it is just some idiot. You gotta be kidding! Now, calm down. Even princesses make mistakes. Let's go. Do you doubt my sincerity? You believe I purposely confused myself? But I'm bound by your summon. You asked me to escort you to my father, and that is why I'm out here with you. If you doubt my intentions, we should stop. Fine. For a moment I thought I actually won, but it's just been a big waste of time. I am quite exhausted. Where may I retire to rest? Everything's you. Fine. Let's go back to town. I'm getting hungry. I hope I will find something to my liking among your slop. I have very picky taste when it comes to food. I don't know what you like, but Hanako's cooking is way better than most chefs. And I shall look forward to that. I am ready to feast now. This adventure is already turning out great. Need to find Overlord Zenon before his curse gets worse. I don't like asking that girl for help, but I have to depend on her for now. It's 6 o'clock and time for the news. We are broadcasting to all netherworlds and throughout space in Gigavision. Earlier today, in the frontiers of Veldheim, Axel, formerly known as the Dark Hero, has apparently been murdered. We've received reports that Axel was assaulted while shooting on location for his low-rated travel show Tripping with Axel. Very little is known, and due to a hassle investigating poses, the Netherworld Police has simply ruled it a homicide. With no suspects, the case was deemed insolvable. Though he was a megastar at one time, no one cares enough to look for him. His funeral was attended by a very small group of relatives. No tears were shed at the service. And now, for a moment of silence. Coming up next, we have a special report on today's public education. Recent standardized test scores show an alarming decline in the subjects of lying and torture. The Dark Board of Education It's a place. What is this? Where am I? Is this a battlefield? This place is so depressing. Is that Father? So, you still haven't found Overlord Xenon. Can you really trust that lady? Maybe she's just playing with you. Of course I can't trust her. She's a demon after all. That's why we have summoning rituals. So, Adele, what do you think? I promised her I'd take her back to her father. It's as simple as that. I always keep my promises. That's just my style. Stop pretending to be cool or I'm gonna tell Mom. You're just gonna get hurt. I don't care. I can't help if I was born this cool. Adele! I woke the lady up for you! Oh, thanks, Hanako. Hey, Adele. I think she was crying. Her? Crying? You must have been seeing things. Maybe he did something naughty to her. Sexual harassment. Adele's going to jail! How do you even know what sexual harassment is? Besides, I don't do that sort of thing. It's just not my style. This was the first time I've ever slept inside a doghouse. It was an interesting and valuable experience, I must say. Hey, that's not a doghouse, it's my house! Now, she is the daughter of Overlord Xenon. Compared to her gorgeous mansion, our house must look like a doghouse. Okay, Adele, you better go defeat Overlord Xenon today. Or else we're going to turn into real monsters. What kind of mother threatens her own son? Ho 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 ho! With this third eye, I can threaten anyone I want and not even care. If you don't like it, change us back. Don't forget to bring back souvenirs, Adele! These are the people I'm fighting for? Episode 2, Rosalind the Liar. We definitely do not have enough time for episode 2 at this point. Instead, let's equip some nonsense. This ramen we are definitely going to want to... Ooh, it's rare ramen. That's even better. Don't really need it right now, though. It's just kind of there. Our stuff has been fully healed. Faust is apparently the strongest unit we have right now. Alright, let's rename some of our dudes. Gunther can stay because that's a pretty cool name. Ooh, Joshua, I like that. Freya. That's cute. I guess, maybe. Claire, yes. Definitely Claire. Can't change Adele and Rosalind's names, unfortunately. It's all a thing. Alright, now then. blah 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 blah. Characters' ranks with weapons will change the rate at which they gain weapon mastery. For every rank in weapon mastery you get plus 5% with stats from that type of weapon. Let's see, we want a trumpet for Rosalind. If you don't like what a shop has, you can always just leave and come back. A double slap for Adele. And a bone staff for Joshua over here. That sounds pretty good. Customer rank up. Now we can pass a bill for more expensive stuff in the Dark Assembly, but since we're so low on money right now, it's kind of not really a good idea. Let's get some armor for our weaker dudes. I guess that works. Let's take the Mr. Gensi exit, and we're going to tour the item world for the last 20 minutes of this stream. But first I'm going to save my game. Alright, so the item world. We're going to start by touring the item world of these worn gloves. You can see there is a marksman on this glove. What that means is that since the marksman is rank 2, this item's hit goes up by 2. This is something called an innocent, which is a resident of the item world that boosts the item's stats. Once you defeat an innocent in the item world, its stats will double, and you can transfer it to a different item. They're a very important part of leveling up your items. Anyway, let's go to the item world. As you can see, the item world is a randomly generated dungeon that goes on for, in the case of a normal item, it goes on for 30 floors. Also, this is one of my favorite item world songs in the Disgaea series. It is called Cyber Dance. It definitely makes the item world a lot more bearable than in Disgaea 1, that's for sure. And it kind of takes some cues from Elegant Dark Family. We definitely don't want to have anybody on the red panels just yet. That's just asking for disaster. You saw that, didn't you? Geosymbols can move. Occasionally. They only ever have a move of 3. Yeah. Which geosymbols can move and can't is essentially random in the item world. It's fixed on any normal maps you might encounter with moving geosymbols, though. So you can kinda sorta memorize it. Oh wait, what am I doing? I wanted to, yeah, as you can see, treasure chests. They're kind of a thing. Equally thing-like is the, fact that, I don't have enough range on my dude yet. I like to keep my, item worlds in overhead view. Alright, so, some new classes here. Green skulls are the wind magic equivalent of red skulls. not a whole lot to deal with here. Killer puppets are immune to ailments. That means they're immune to status effects, obviously. Beast Tamers. These are the class you would unlock upon getting a, unlock a trainer. Create a trainer bill. They're pretty good with axes, swords, spears, and bows. They don't have anything above 100%, but that's fine. Starting at level 5, they start getting spells that power up monsters. But if you just place one near a monster, it will power them up regardless. So you want to keep these guys away from the monsters. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Blade Rush is considerably more powerful, I should think, than it was in Disgaea 1 if it's doing that much damage already. What level are you? Alright. Whoa, that's, yeah, marionettes are kind of powerful. High at defense, res, and speed, they're not much to they're something you really don't want to laugh at. That's kind of an awkward way of putting it, but whatever. Blade Rush takes a lot of SP for some reason. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Probably want to wreck those geosymbols as soon as possible. They're bad news. Tri-burst can't reach, but a normal attack with the gun will be able to reach, so we have that. In the bonus gauge here, you can see what you'll get from your bonus gauge. Whoops. You can also see what any character is holding just at a glance. Very useful if you want to bring in a thief. The absolute best items in the game can only be gotten from the item world, after all. It was a pretty awkward first map, but we made it, and we even got some stuff for our trouble. Ooh, a rare wooden bow. That's great for... Okay. Units with a yellow life bar and check over their heads. That signifies you're, innocent. If you kill the marksman here, then his stats will double. So let's do just that. Mothmen, I should mention, they can move straight through enemies. Also, their move goes up when their HP is low. Wind element minus 50 does exactly what it says. It reduces your effective wind affinity by 50. It's just a flat 50. Our mage is probably going to run out of SP at some point or another. There's definitely an incentive to having orbs on them. 50 hell get. In any case, you can kind of see that I'm kind of stuck in a corner here. The only way to get any of my units over would be to throw them across here. So that's what I'm going to do. After I equip my healer with this rare wooden bow, because that is pretty handy at this point. She still only has one mastery, which is kind of a problem. Also, if you hop a unit back into the base like so, and then spawn them, respawn them again, you can move again with no penalty whatsoever. It's great. Oh, okay, these guys are going to come toward us. That's definitely a thing that can happen. Let's back up our dudes and set them up like so. So I'll play fair now, and I play fair I mean beat up on the dudes one at a time. Alright, so that green girl that just died is this game's version of the thief. Thieves are much stronger than they were in Disgaea 1. You probably want to have one in your party. And not just for the high steel bonus part of it. Druids are a unit that we have not unlocked yet. They use star magic and heal magic. And they take no damage from geopanels. As such, they're pretty nice to have around. Rosalind can just kind of clean up by herself, I guess. Orcs we've already seen. We haven't checked out their ability, though, I don't think. Whoa! I'm getting comboed and I didn't even realize it. Adele looks like he can survive, though. Let's see. Orcs. Attack up when in danger. Violent pig-like species. Ghosts. Regain SP every turn. Very annoying. In any case. Oh wow, that was a hit. That sure was a hit. Oh, when you didn't even... You, sir, are weak sauce. Not sure why I'm relying so much on you. Zero in water, so it'd be kind of a waste of SP to use Poison Blast. I really want to conserve Joshua's SP because he only has so much of it, and I didn't equip any orbs on him. Orbs are something you can't buy. You have to get them from the bonus gauge. Or take them off enemies, too, or get them from the hospital. In any case, you won't be able to buy them, is what I'm trying to say here. Also, guns. They can attack units very high up. It's kind of like a triangle-shaped area, is what their height range is like. If you're really close to a unit, you won't be able to hit them if they're much higher than you. But if they're 4 or 5 panels away, then height doesn't really matter a whole lot. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here. As for you, I'm going to want to heal you.
Forgive me!
And then throw you over. And that's how we are going to get the final enemy in this map. You're definitely not going to want to do a whole lot of item world running before the end of Chapter 3. There are two reasons for that. One, you get a character in Chapter 2 that will make your item world running a whole lot easier, especially if you set up a bit of prep with him. And third, second, at the end of Chapter 3, you will unlock the greatest incentive for ever wanting to come to the item world. Besides, you know, the possibility of getting a rank 40 item. We will get into what those are when it is time to see them. Also, Gaia Blast. This is the second gun type unit. It hits 4 panels exactly ahead of you. And it's pretty powerful. Sinners. They have a 95% chance of team attacking with anybody. No matter what. Actually, no, I shouldn't say no matter what. They have 95 at base, but still, 95%. They are amazing for team attacks. I cannot stress that enough. They are also really, really good at mastering fists. Also, their counter damage goes up when they are at low HP. That's not quite so important. The real thing they're good at is team attacks and fists. You can kind of see they have giant handcuffs attached to them. A sinner out of the darkness, basically, that's kind of a odd way of putting it. They are basically convicts. That's really all they are. They're demons who were convicted by the Dark Court, and they have a heck of a lot of felonies on their record, which, being demons, that is a badge of honor, kind of, so I don't really know what to say. Or maybe they were just really dangerous rebels and they had to be locked up in, like, Hades or some such place. We'll be getting into that in Disgaea 4. It's a thing. I don't know. My Disgaea mythology is not entirely up to par. Magic Knights! They are also significantly better than they were in Disgaea 1. It doesn't look like it given their stats, but considering that everybody has stats that low, it's not really a huge deal. Also, their aptitudes are a bit higher than they were before. Also, they can charge up their weapons. And later on, they can boost affinities. They're among the most powerful units in the game, and you are probably going to want at least one on your team. That's kind of all there is to say on the matter. Also, wow, it's almost 9 o'clock, so I might not even make it to the, I'm definitely not going to make it to the Iron General, no. I'm not sure why I thought I would. Especially not when I'm using everybody in my party. This is a much more strategic run than it was in Disgaea 1. Let's just say that. But that's how I like it. I mean, sure, wrecking everything with an overpowered Laharl is great, but this is where the real fun of Disgaea is. This is where the real fun of strategy RPGs is in general. So yeah, I kind of am thinking that doing a proper run of this game is the best option available to me. Also, yeah, KO, and I kind of wasted a fire there. Alright, time to show off Rose Thorns. Fearsome yet elegant, flower of death blooms in red. Yep, it's just as powerful as it was in Disgaea 1. Only thing is, I'm not entirely sure it does the whole status effect thing. But still, it's pretty dang powerful. Also, okay, that was a thing that happened. These guys, Heavy Knights, they already tanks. Defense up when in danger. They have the highest throwing capability in the game, which makes them, again, really useful in the item world. They have really low move, but they have great HP and defense, and they are awesome with spears. If you want to have a tank, or you plan on doing a lot of item worlding, you want to have at least one of these in your party. Heck, I would recommend making 10 of them. Just for the sake of item worlding. Throwing is that valuable to you. Alright, so yeah, after this match, I'm probably gonna... Actually, I don't know. Annie, what do you think I should do? Should I keep going through the item world, or Gensi out and start Chapter 2? I'm fine with doing either one, really. Lifting and throwing. You want to make sure you use it, because it's great. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, heal 20%. That's really handy. Let's get on the red panels, guys. Sure is a thing. Also, Rosalind is kind of low on SP there for some reason. Also, yeah, again... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I'm obviously going to do grinding in between episodes of this, and at present, the item world is the only place I can really do that.